Hello guys, welcome back to Car Obsession. If you are new to my channel, an especially warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for dropping in. My name is Aaron. So in this video, I'm talking through the infotainment system on the brand new SEAT Tarraco. So let me turn on the ignition so I can show you. Let me get my little camera like so. Right, let's get straight into it. So you have an 8-inch touchscreen, which comes as standard. If you're wondering, I'm in the Excellence model. And I'll also get a digital cockpit as well, which is very pleasing to look at. Now let me start with the digital cockpit. So you can change the views like so. You've got a button here, marked view, very self-evident, very self-apparent, and you can change it so you have round dials, or you can make it a bit more minimalistic, or you have this view here. I quite like it. I don't know why, it kind of makes me feel like I'm in a jet fighter. I know that sounds really mad, but I don't know, there's a certain look to it I think looks really, really cool. Now you can also change the bits in the middle as well. So you've got two arrows here. Get my autofocus sorted like so. So press them, and as you can see, the views in the middle change. So my this camera always struggles focusing on these kind of digital displays. That's better. So you can change the views in the middle like so. And you've got a little dial here which you can twist. Sorry guys, my autofocus is really not happy today, so I do apologise guys. I know it's quite irritating, but it's also quite irritating for me because it's not normally this bad. Oh, there we are. So you can zoom out on the map like so. And if I change to other views, you can change things like there. And there. So yes, you can scroll through quite a few things, and it is very adjustable and very customizable. Let me go back to, I quite like just having the speed. Actually no, let me go back to the map. That's quite a nice view. Yes, there we go. So let's move over to the touchscreen now. Now as touchscreens go, I think the SEAT system is very good indeed. Now it does pick up quite a few fingerprints, but let's face it, that's not exactly unique for this touchscreen. So yes, let me walk you through it. So you've got touch sensitive buttons either side. So if I take you here, this takes you through to the radio. Hopefully it won't play. Again, the display is very crisp, it looks nice, it's very well presented, and I am quite a big fan of it. Hit that button there, that takes you through to your media, so that will go to my Bluetooth. That takes you through to your telephone controls. That button there gives you voice commands. Up here you've got a flag for the navigation. Now I will do a Sat-Nav test in due course. One thing I do want to mention, which I think is really cool, you have a gesture control. So as you can see, the sub-menus have disappeared. However, if I raise my hand, they reappear, which is quite a nice function. You've got the smartphone connectivity as well, so you've got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay and MirrorLink. This takes you through to the car settings, so you have a little trip computer here, and you can change the settings as well. And this button here takes you to the main menu, the landing page, if you will. So you've got two knobs either side. I think that can be used to tune the radio. Yep, you can change the stations on the DAB radio, and this one is for volume.
If you just let us have a dog, we can...
I think it's Paulo Grady, isn't it? And then hit this button to turn the touchscreen off, and you can swipe through different clock faces, like so. And it is a very responsive system, and it is very smooth, very slick. Yes, I am a fan of it. Turn it back on like so. I also have a reversing camera, so if I pop the car into reverse, you will see I've got a reversing camera. The yellow lines move as you steer the car, and you've got quite a few different views on the right hand side. So this is your default view. You can have it that view as well. That's quite funky. That would be used for when you're parallel parking. This car does have park assist as well, by the way. I will come on to that a little bit later. And you've got that view there, and you've got one more. You can also change the brightness, the contrast and the colour if you really want to. It's not really a feature I think you need, but it's handy to have anyway in case you do need it. But yes, I think it is quite unlikely. Let's pop the car back into park. So you've got park assist and front and rear parking sensors. The park assist works well, so I will put in a clip of me using it right now. Right, so let me show you the touchscreen. So let me show you the smartphone connectivity. So let me plug my phone in like so. Now, in case you're wondering, this car does not have wireless phone charging, which I do think is a little bit disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. I've got a 12-volt socket here and 2 USB ports. Plug in my phone like so. Hopefully I won't lose the audio on my clip-on microphone. Pick you guys back up. And now it should hopefully activate the Android Auto. Now it does do that sometimes. It says unable to connect. So if I just disconnect my phone like so and plug it back in, it should hopefully work. But I do admit, whilst I've had the car, it has done that a few times where it doesn't want to connect. So normally it's not this much of an issue, but here we go. Android Auto, okay. Let's see if it works this time. Looks good so far. There we go, that's more like it. So yes, your typical Android Auto, so if you've used it before, you will be fully aware of how it looks. So you can use maps, you've got either Google Maps or Waze. You've got music controls. Go back to your main page, or you can hit this button here to go back to the SEAT inbuilt system. Marvellous, right, I think it is time to do a Sat-Nav test. So let me hit the flag up here. See, new destination. Let's see, can I pop a postcode in or do I have to do a city? Okay, so I think postcode. Right, okay. Enter postcode, ABC, right. Nope, I'm about to do my home postcode. Let's do. So regular viewers will know that I choose a local farm for my Sat-Nav test. There we go. Yep. That was very easy. So, and hit start there.
The routes are being calculated. Please select a route.
Oh, okay. So I've got a choice of different routes. So that's the most economical. That is the quickest. And that is the shortest. Yep, okay. It took me a few moments to work that one out. Right, let's go with the fastest, shall we? So that one there.
Destination is in the direction shown.
Okie dokie. So can I change? What if I do that? Ah, there we go. Yeah, and then
Navigation announcement volume.
bear with me. So I want to have the radio turned off, but I want to have the
navigation announcement volume.
So that's annoying because when you've got the audio turned off or muted, when you adjust the Sat-Nav voice volume, it also brings back the radio. But anyway, so that is my route. So I think I need to come, I'm trying to work out, do I need to come left out of here or right? I think I need to go right. Right, time to put my camera down and time to put on my very sexy head mount. So if you're watching this and you get a little bit excited, I do apologise. I know it's very sexy. Now, normally I don't use this camera, but because I've had this camera on for a different video, I thought, well, I may as well leave it attached so you get another view of the touchscreen. So let me turn on that camera. Make sure it is recording, which it is. And obviously make sure this camera is recording. There we go. So as you can hopefully see, I will, thank you. As you can hopefully see, you've got directions on the digital display, on the digital cockpit, to give it its proper name. And both displays are crisp, they are pleasing to look at. Now there's two ways of viewing the navigation. You can have the directions on here, and you can have the map here, or what you can do is you can set it so you actually have the map here and nothing there. I personally prefer it like this. There we go. So you've got the map to your left hand side and the directions right in front of you. Oh, I've made up a minute. Exciting times. Now, I'm on an average speed limit road, so I'm going to activate the speed limiter. So I'm going to hit that toggle down there. It's currently set to the adaptive cruise control, so I will set it to the speed limiter. Boom. Speed limiter. There we go. Right, build myself up to 45 or so. Boom. Set the speed. And I'm going to increase it to 50 miles per hour. So now if I try to go beyond 50 miles per hour, it will stop me. Unless I really plant my foot into the carpet, then I can override it. But that'd be silly. One thing I want to mention, and it's not something I usually mention when I film these kind of videos, is the sound system. Now I've got a standard sound system, so I haven't got B&O Play or Beats by Dre or anything like that. But even so, the standard sound system sounds pretty good. The bass, even when you have it set to the standard settings, is quite good, and the sound quality is quite clear. So I think for a standard sound system, this one is very good. Now, although this video is talking about the infotainment system, I do want to touch upon the safety features. As standard, I get lane keep assist, so if I go to get out of my lane, as you can see, it brings me back in. I've also got autonomous emergency braking as well. So there's a good amount of safety kit in this car. Again, go to veer out of my lane, and it quickly brings me back in. Right, I'm out of the average speed limit, so let's turn the speed limiter off by hitting the dial away from me. And I'm almost at my destination, and that is very bright. Pop the sun visor down. Regular viewers will know that the postcode for this location, which is Bockett's Farm, is incorrect. So I will shortly reach my destination, but it isn't my destination. So it's about, wait for it, here. But I'm not here, if that makes sense. So that's not anything to do with the Sat-Nav system, it's the postcode for the actual location. So the location is up here on the left, so I will carry on and wrap up this video. So time to wrap up. The SEAT infotainment system, it's definitely one of the better I've used, and I think it is a really good system. It looks great, it works well, it's slick, it's responsive, and in all honesty, I can't really think of much wrong with it. So yes, overall the SEAT system gets a big thumbs up from me. I hope you have enjoyed this video or found it useful. Oh, shh, don't interrupt me. I've just given you praise. I hope you have enjoyed this video or found it useful. If so, please be sure to like, subscribe and to ring my bell so you get notified every time I make a video. But until the next time guys, be sure to keep up the car obsession.